Hello, and this is January 20th, 2013, and thank you for listening. This is going to be a very wide-ranging video, probably will be a series of videos here about Hyundai Motor America. So sometimes we're going to be speeding through it, and sometimes we're going to be taking our time. We may even be rambling sometimes, but I do hope those of you who are listening do get something out of this video today. Do learn something that's helpful to you. We're going to have some pictures in the background, of course, and we're going to be mainly quoting from the voicemail that was left with us in August, and it was left by a gentleman named Don Quimby. I don't know his exact position at Hyundai Motor America. He may even work for LA Hyundai at LAX, which is in Inglewood, California, but I'm not sure of his exact position. It's been said that he is a Hyundai employee, but he does say that he speaks for Hyundai Motor America, which is the corporate division. Excuse me. So we are going to be quoting from his voicemail that was left, and we're also going to be talking and quoting extensively from the owner's handbook and warranty information that is put out by Hyundai itself, Hyundai Motor America. So we'll be quoting from that handbook also. And other than that, we're just going to be kind of rambling today, so excuse me if I don't seem to be particularly organized about things. I may be sounding a little bit angry or frustrated, but all of that may apply. So please bear with me and just listen at your leisure. Hopefully, like I say, you'll get something out of this video. And let's see, what else do we have here? Now, most of what you hear today, or have heard, or will hear today, has been also put before the White House, President Obama and his staff, and it's also been put before the United States Congress. We have forwarded some of this information to a couple of Congress members. As you know, the buying a vehicle in America, this is the United States of America, there are certain rules and federal regulations and laws that apply, and there are also state laws that apply. But there is a regulation that governs the warranty. Every new vehicle must have a warranty on it. And this, of course, was put into place many years ago to make sure that when car manufacturers put out cars, that if there is a defect involved that comes from the manufacturer, that the consumer has some type of recourse to getting that defect fixed or getting some type of compensation for it. So it is based on federal regulation, the fact that your vehicle, if it's brand new or if it's a couple years old, does have warranty coverage. That's all governed by federal regulation. And there's pros and cons, of course. We live in a democracy. We live under a constitution, and I think those things are put in place because otherwise we'd be a nation of uncivilized animals. We'd just be at each other's throats, treating people in all kinds of unfair manner, and you have to kind of get a perspective on what democracy is supposed to be about and what civilization is supposed to be about if you study history. But if you look around you in the news reports of today, the current events, you will see that we are supposed to be one of the more fortunate nations in the world, and that we are not at each other's throats every day. And if you look around you in other countries, you see that in some countries people are fighting. I mean, fighting and using guns and violence and explosions, almost every day. And this is how kids are growing up, and this is how they are living their daily lives. So we live in a so-called fortunate, they call us a developed nation, where we're supposed to have laws and we're supposed to act in a civilized manner. And just generally speaking, with most laws, I mean, they have to be enforced. If there's nobody there to enforce the law or to enforce your rights under law, then basically you don't have any rights, or you have to fight for your right to do this, your right to do that. Many of you may not know what I'm speaking of because maybe you've never been in a situation where you had to assert your rights over anything, or assert your freedom of speech, or assert your property rights. But nonetheless, the rights are still there. And I think it was Frederick Douglass that said that government never gives up anything willingly. Government has to be forced. And there's other quotes from other famous people to that extent also, that your rights are just not handed to you on a silver platter. So again, we're supposed to be living in a civilized society, and I think this video will show that there are people in our society who are not civilized, who do act like animals, and who do not have respect for the well-being of other people, and do not have respect for the warranty that is on a new vehicle, do not have respect for persons' rights under federal regulation. So I think you're going to see this in these videos today and some of the comments. I'm also going to include part of the audio recording that was left by the seller, by the salesperson that actually sold me one of my Hyundai Accent. And of course, we're talking about the Hyundai Accent 2013 SE model automatic with electric computerized steering, low profile tires. I previously had a 2010 Hyundai, had that in 2011, but we're primarily going to be addressing the 2013 Hyundai Accent in this video. And again, if I didn't mention it, I'll be playing some of the audio tape of the gentleman who left a voice message from LA Hyundai at LAX. He left this in August, and that is a continuing situation. We're still trying to get verification from Hyundai Motor America corporate as to the validity of this voicemail and whether it establishes the Hyundai practice that affects everybody, every car owner in America. We're still trying to get that verification from Hyundai corporate. So again, that's our introduction today to this video, and we're going to go forward from here. Like I say, it may be a series of more than one video.